Hello everybody, welcome to Riptale. This is a 2D action game by SuperGod that just got past Steam Greenlight, so it looks like fun. And honestly, I decided to give this one a shot because it reminds me a lot of Downwell, the aesthetic does at least. We're about to see what the gameplay looks like, but let's start this off here. It's got some pretty jamming music, first off. Oh, hello, there's a snake there. So, as you can see, everything is white, black, and red. It's black and white and red all over. I think that's how the joke goes, but it's interesting. So I am playing with a controller right now. So you can kind of direct the way that you dash and attack with your thumbstick. And then you attack. And the cool thing about this game is that you can actually like chain your attacks together. So let's see if I can find a good spot to chain these together. So, come on. Alright, let's go here. Looks like we got two enemies. Yep, there we go. So we killed both of them, we chained them together. Now, that brings me to the first thing that I don't necessarily like about this game. And now this is a very early version of this game, I guess you could say. It's like a weird early press release type thing. I'm just gonna skip those guys. And the first thing I don't like about this game is that it takes gems to attack. So you can see at the top there, we've got 3 gems. Now, as I hit attack, I can't attack until another gem is back. And for a game that is supposed to be super fast paced, and you're supposed to be able to chain attacks, and your attacks are also used as movement to go around the level, I don't like that they're limited like this. Oop, there's money there, let's grab that. I prefer that they were unlimited attacks and you could just kind of chain them as you went. Now, I understand that the reason that they did this and had this sort of system is so that you can build up different combos. And you'll see later on when we find a shop, hopefully, you can buy different moves and you can trade out those gems at the top with other combos and other moves and such. But I would prefer, honestly, and I don't know, I'm not a games developer or anything. I'd prefer if you were able to buy stuff like double jump and stuff as well. You know, not just attacks. And if you were able to buy health and stuff, that would be useful as well. So far, I've only found where you can buy different types of attacks. And I would prefer other stuff to spend my money on as well. That way, if I have all the attacks that I want, then I can have something to spend my money on. So we are almost out of health here. Let's go ahead and go this way. We're going to grab that guy. Health you generally get from these pots on the ground or potions or whatever they're supposed to be. So honestly, I like the concept of this game. I think it's a fun game, honestly. But I do not like the limitations on the attack. There's a shop there. Let's go ahead and let's kill some more stuff, maybe get some more gold. I don't like the limitations on my movement and my amount of attacks because they said you can only have 3 at a time. So you can see here, we can talk to this guy. He's got stuff to say, I guess. So that he says stuff. But you can also buy, like, this one will be a straight attack, which is what we already have. This one here is a saw attack. I don't know what a saw attack is, but let's buy it. Now we can choose which one to place. We'll do it on the first one, like that, okay? So we just bought a saw attack. I'm not sure what that does. Okay, that's what it does. That can be either a good thing or a bad thing. We're about to find out because you'll see. Oh, that's actually very useful. As you can see, it's kind of hard to see enemies and stuff because they are white, the background is white. So, and that kind of makes you go out of control a little bit, which may or may not be what you want. Oh, hello, there's a guy there. I definitely do think that this game was inspired, at least the aesthetic was inspired by Downwell. I'm not 100% on that. It could be even the same guy who did Downwell is the guy who's doing the aesthetic of this game. Okay, I think that's a pretty cool attack. It's pretty awesome. I got one earlier that was like a double attack that was like the straight attack that the normal attack would be, but it just did it twice. which was useful. Another, and you can probably, you know, have an argument that this is a good thing. But another thing I don't like about limiting the amount of attacks is that, come on. See, it's hard to aim that one. Like, you can't, the other ones I can aim in a direction, that one you can't really. The other thing I don't like about limited attacks like that is it leaves you vulnerable in a corner where you're like, okay, I used up all 3 of my attacks, now I can't do anything and I'm getting nommed on by monsters, you know? So, I don't know. I don't agree with that design decision. Again, like I said, I'm not a developer, so take what I say with a grain of salt there, because there's probably a reason they did it that way. In fact, I think the reason they did it that way was because they wanted you to be able to have a set combo. Like maybe you want to do the saw attack and then a straight attack and then the double attack or something. And if you wanted to do that and you had the gold, you could go to a shop and do that. The only problem is once you find out what you want to do, there's no more reason to go to a shop, just because you just spent all of your money, you have all of your things, and you're not going to trade it out. You're not going to, you know, make it different. So, but yeah, this is Riptale. It'll be on Steam hopefully fairly soon here if you want to check it out for yourself. I just wanted to do a really quick video because I thought this was a really interesting concept of a game. And I thought it was, I think it's fun. And oh, we didn't really talk about chaining. So it's going to be hard to show off with this saw attack because it just basically kills everything. But when you kill something, you saw that the time kind of lags there for a second. That's when you can set up and set up your next move. So if there was like a guy here on the ground and one in the air, I could kill the guy in the air and then chain it into killing the guy on the ground. And I think that's honestly is where this game shines, is being able to chain attacks like that. And so if I was the developer, I would make these few tweaks to the game. First off, I would get rid of how many attacks you can do in a row because I don't think that benefits you in any way. Second off, I would make it a little bit less zoomed in and a little bit, like your character is a little bit smaller on the screen, and open up the area a little bit. You see how it's really tight here? It's hard to chain stuff like that. And then what I would do is I would add more enemies and I would make them slightly slower. So that's how I'd balance it. So you have more enemies, they're just slightly slower maybe. But because there's more enemies, you can chain your attacks. And then you can traverse the levels, kind of like in Downwell, where you chain up your attacks in Downwell, and you basically make this game about how well you can chain attacks quickly from enemy to enemy without messing up or hitting spikes or getting nommed on. So that's what I would do. Of course, like I said, I'm not the developer for this game. Oh, let's chain an attack. Oh, let's wait. See, oh no, we missed. We got into a situation there where we couldn't attack because, oh dear God, there's a snake in that pot. There's a snake in my boot. Yeah, there we go. So we chained up some attacks there. Honestly, I think that's the most fun part of this game, is chaining up attacks and making it really skill-based to where you can basically just see, like, can I chain attacks and not touch the ground here, you know? And then, I mean, that is getting closer to the Downwell territory there, right? Like, can I chain attacks to where I don't even touch the ground here? We're going from enemy to enemy, traversing the level. So that's what I would do. Now, I do have 2 other things I want to say really quick as feedback. Like I said, I do enjoy this game. I like the concept. I like where they're going with it. I just think it can be better implemented. The first thing is the level design. It seems really cramped compared to how far you move when you attack. You see how far you move when you attack versus how close everything in this game is? That to me is a slight downside. I think that it should be zoomed out a little bit, like I said, and bigger levels is what I would do. Man, this attack just kills everything. All right. See? Oh, let's not die. Oh, we got health apparently. Cool. Oh, that's a spiky thing. And that's the other thing about this saw attack is you could just careen into some spikes and not really, you know, you can't do anything about it. Oh, you know what would be cool? Is if instead of having it to where you choose what attacks you want there at the top, maybe just have it to where when you buy an attack, you can switch to it. So right now, let's say the B button's not being used, right? Well, I could switch to different attacks by tapping B or one of the bumpers or something to switch in between the two. That way, instead of trying to pick what you want, like saw, straight, saw, or whatever, you can just kind of pick on the fly what you like. I think that would get rid of some of the issues that I have. So what do we got here? Let's see what this is. Quick draw attack. I don't know what that is. Let's buy it. We'll put it there. Okay. Okay, so we'll buy that one. What is this? Razor pedal gem. I tried to combine razor and pedal into one word. Okay. Yeah, let's put that there. Okay, cool. So now we have some new attacks. Let's go see what they do here. What does that do? That honestly looks just like our normal attack, doesn't it? Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's doing something different. All right, let's try the other one. Okay, the other one is actually that double attack I was talking about earlier that's really fun. So basically it just attacks twice. So, oh no, we're out of gems. Okay. See, that's why I don't like being out of gems, you know? I don't know. Plus, look, we have all that gold we didn't use because there was nothing left to buy. Let's go back here. We'll go back down here for a second as well. But anyways, this is Riptale. I'll leave a link down below if it looks like a game that you are interested in. And honestly, to be fair, if we're gonna do that whole chaining attacks thing, this first attack is probably the best one to do it because it's the one that makes you go straight, right? So there we go. So it's the one that makes you go straight, and so it's the easiest one to chain attacks. It's a little bit hard to hit, to be honest, because the D-pad is so sensitive or something. It's I feel like little tiny changes in there's spikes down there. Probably shouldn't do that. Little tiny changes in the way that it is pointing will severely change the way that you move. So I don't know if that's me not hitting the correct angle, or if that's the game being just super sensitive about that kind of thing. Oh, no. Okay, he's dead. Cool. But yeah, Riptale, everybody, it's an interesting game. I do like the aesthetic. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of Downwell. Obviously, I think that's a very easy comparison to make here. But it's fun. I think it could definitely be improved. In fact, I'd love to see them make some improvements, and then maybe I'll try it again, and we can talk about the final game once they release it. But anyways, Riptale, everybody, you can find it on a link below if you want to, if this looks like something that would be fun to you. Let's see, we just chained up 2 attacks there, which was fairly easy. So, but yeah, that's basically all I have to say. This is a pretty simple game so far. They definitely could improve it. There's a really cool like statue here. That's really cool. I've seen some cool like angel statues and stuff. I would also like to see more like movement techniques as well, like a double jump or being able to jump off of walls. You know, like if you're on a wall, you can use it as a surface to jump off of. I think that would be really cool. And that would really play into this kind of like ninja theme that it's got going on as well. But anyways, that's all I got. That's all I got to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Ooh, let's get a really cool combo. Oh no, we just killed all 3. Never mind. I'll just kill this guy. That's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next episode.